Hey guys, the Firebird is here. It's just me. My brother couldn't be here today, as always, because he's time traveling with M nicely. That's the joke. It's been a while since I did one of his jokes. Anyways, so I've been doing plenty of Earthrise videos lately. And a lot of you guys keep asking me like what characters do I think are gonna appear in like the Netflix sequel series to the Siege on Cybertron series. And there's a lot of characters that carry over from, you know, Siege to Earthrise, and a lot of newcomers that got hinted on in the toy line. So what I decided to do is that I got my friend to make me a whole Transformers Earthrise character tier list. It goes from confirmed, likely to appear, unsure, not likely to appear, to absolutely not. I'm gonna use this, and here we got the images for the Transformers that are part of the Earthrise toy line, as well as a few carryovers from Siege, because we do know for a fact that some Siege characters are actually gonna be on the show itself. It was pretty much confirmed by the producers, so I'm gonna go more into that when I explain my reasoning as to, you know, who goes into confirm and likely to appear, and who goes into absolutely not and not likely to appear. So, yeah. Best way to do one of these videos. It's easy to make, low editing, and honestly, I can get more videos out this way. After this, I'll do one more explain Earthrise video, and after that, I guess I have some what if and movie content ready for you guys. So, hope you guys are ready for that. Anyway, so, we get quite a decent sized roster here. We got some of the Battle Masters, the Weaponizers, the Deluxe, Voyager, Leader classes, Recolors, and Generation Selects. So, yeah, quite a diverse roster here. We're gonna begin with that Autobot's name, who I can't pronounce on YouTube because, well, my accent makes it sound like it's something else that's very, very dirty. So, he survived Siege. I guess he's pretty much confirmed to appear. I don't know, like, it's weird. Maybe for Siege, since it was the first time they were doing the series, they had to like model everything from scratch. For Earthrise, they don't really need to, you know, make new models for everyone. Like, for the most part, most of the Autobots are gonna look the same in the robot modes. The only thing that changes their vehicle modes when, you know, going to Earth, supposedly. This guy doesn't really have an Earth vehicle mode or anything. I think he's likely to appear, but I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him. Yeah, I'll leave him there for now. Scorponok. He's the one Titan of Earthrise. And Omega Supreme did appear in Siege. Scorponok over here, I feel like we're probably gonna see him off Cybertron. Like, maybe the Autobots are gonna run into him as they're, like, you know, exploring the different planets. His box art actually seems to suggest that he's gonna be, you know, in conflict with the Autobots. I think he's really likely to appear. You know, I'll just put him in confirm. Hound is confirmed. He appears on one of the Earthrise artworks. People have been wondering whether Hound did survive, if he did make it to the arc. He did, and he's gonna appear on Earth, just so you know. Bugbite. Now, Bugbite is a Generation Selects character. And Generation Selects characters didn't really make, well, a huge appearance in Siege. Like, we saw a few Generation Select Seekers, a few Generation Selects characters, like the Refractors. Bugbite is possible because he's basically a recolor of Bumblebee, so they can always do it, but I don't know. I'm gonna say not likely. I like Bugbite, but I don't think we're gonna see him. We got... Frick, I forgot this guy's name! He's one of those weaponizer guys. You know, they transform, you can place them apart, kind of like Ironworks over here. I wouldn't say no. I don't think like Transformers like, you know, him are gonna have too much of a big role in this series, so I'm gonna say probably not. Red Alert. Now, Red Alert was last seen with the Leader 1 in Jedfar. He's one of the Autobots that got left behind. I'm gonna say yeah. Ironworks. Again, it's like this. It's like the cock situation. Oh god, I said it. He could appear, but even if he does, he's not gonna have that huge of a role. And honestly, he transforms into like this factory thing. Like, I don't see Rooster Teeth, you know, putting in the time to incorporate this guy to the series. I'm gonna say no. And same thing goes for this guy too. He transforms into a boat, and I feel like that'll be a little too weird to having the series like a lifeboat. Nah, sorry. Double Dealer. I think Double Dealer is pretty much confirmed. He appears on the Earthrise packaging. We saw him in plenty of artworks. And the producer of the series then said that he wants to introduce more mercenaries into the world. So Double Dealer I think is pretty much confirmed at this point. Sunstreaker, a new toy that recently got revealed. He could always be in the series, but the problem is that I feel like the Autobot roster, the ones that are alive post Siege, is already too large. And the problem with a large roster is that we're probably not gonna see a lot of them, you know, take part into the action. He's probably gonna be a background character, or he's just not gonna have a huge role, or probably not even be there at all. I don't know. I feel like Sunstreaker could go either way. I'll leave me in unsure for now. Refractors. Yeah, the Autobots and Decepticons need their cannon fodder, so I definitely think Refractor's gonna come back. Impactor. Now, a lot of people want Impactor to return, and honestly, I have to say, I really don't want Impactor to return. Now, not because I don't like the guy. I like his story arc. The problem with, and this is a video that I'm gonna have, you know, a little later down the line, is that death in Transformers sometimes means so little. Like, I don't like the idea of reviving characters. Like, fine, doing it every once in a while makes sense. When I bring Optimus Prime back, sure, go for it. But when I bring Megatron 4 times, that's when I have a problem with. The problem with that is that the sacrifice to Impactor Death becomes less meaningful when you're like, oh, yeah, he just comes back. I don't like that. Honestly, I think they're gonna keep Impactor Death. I honestly don't want him to come back. I think he had a good run, good story arc, and the way he ended was pretty sad and heroic. And I honestly don't want it to be ruined in later down the series. I'm gonna put him in absolutely not. I think Astro Train is pretty much confirmed. He has an Earthrise toy, he appeared in Siege, and I feel like he will be a good way for the Decepticons to transport their forces, you know, across the universe. He's probably not gonna play a huge role, but I still think that we're probably gonna see him somewhere down the line. Jedfar is pretty much confirmed. He was left behind on Cybertron. You need to have the Seekers, and you know, they're pretty close to Starscream, so definitely gonna see them again. And Leader 1, I feel like Rooster Teeth is like really proud of Leader 1. Like, they haven't said anything about it, but whenever they talk about Leader 1, or whenever we see her on screen and the amount of screen time and, you know, role she played on like the story, I feel like Rooster Teeth low-key feels really freaking proud of Leader 1. I bet as soon as the show came out and the Leader 1 spoke, the Reddit just, you know, high-fived themselves, something like that. Optimus is confirmed. Smokescreen. A lot of people like Smokescreen. We could definitely have him since he's just a proud recolor with, well, a slight remold of him. He's likely, but do I think Sunstreaker or Smokescreen has a higher chance of appearing in the series? Okay, I'm gonna say Smokescreen is probably most likely to appear than Sunstreaker, just because with Sunstreaker, he's the brother of Sideswipe, and if you introduce him, then you have to explain the whole dynamic. Oh, he's my brother, we do this and that, and blah blah blah. I don't think they're gonna want to explain that, so I think they're just gonna stick with Smokescreen. Oh, Runabout. He might appear actually as cannon fodder. He's probably good cannon fodder material. Skylinks. I'm gonna say no. I mean, I like Skylinks. He's weird. He's one of those Transformers that looks weird because he's so different from everyone else. But I just don't see what they could do with him if they do add him into the series. I feel like Scorponok's more likely to appear than Skylinks. Wheeljack's confirmed. RC's confirmed too. Earthrise toy made an appearance. Trailbreaker. I think Trailbreaker's pretty much confirmed at this point. Earthrise toy. He appears on the artwork. He's pretty much confirmed. Glyph Jumper. The thing about Glyph Jumper, he has an Earthrise, you know, toy, so he could always appear in Earthrise, but at the same time, it's like, not every Siege figure got to appear in the show. So just because Glyph Jumper has an Earth vehicle mode doesn't mean that he's, you know, guaranteed a spot in there. Especially since the last time we saw him on Cybertron, he wasn't doing so hot. So, now Omega Supreme, I'm gonna call it, say he's not gonna appear. Now, I don't think Omega Supreme died, I think he's still alive out there. What I think happened is that when the space bridge exploded, Omega Supreme basically, let's say, got sent somewhere else in space. And much like what happened in the IDW comics for the All Hail Megatron run, what I think that's gonna happen with Omega Supreme is that we're not gonna see him in Earthrise, but we're gonna see him in Kingdom. Like, there's gonna be this epic final battle, and then Omega Supreme just comes down from the heavens, like being like, oh, I finally found the Autobots. And we got that one moment from the comics where the Autobots are like, wait, how do you find us? And Omega Supreme's like, I'm Omega Supreme, and starts devastating the Decepticons. So, we're gonna see him again, but not Earthrise. Hubcap, nah, I gotta say no. Mirage. Yeah, I'm really happy that Mirage is coming back, because I never really cared too much about Mirage, but after seeing him in the series and what he did to like protect the space bridge, I was like, massive respects to Mirage. Grappler. I know there's people who like him. I mean, for some reason, it's like the Braun fandom, you know. People who like this guy don't exist. I mean, I'm sure they do, but there are no hardcore fans on like the Braun fandom who I insulted multiple times. That's a joke, don't take it seriously. Nah, I feel like Rooster Teeth's not gonna wanna put in the effort to like make this guy's character model. The Centurion drone. We didn't see Brond in Siege, so I'm gonna say no. Blue Streaker. I think that was his name. I'm sorry, I don't memorize a lot of the G1 characters. Well, we already have Prowl, so maybe I think he's likely. Bumblebee. Come on, pretty much confirmed. Hoist. I don't want to say he's confirmed. We do see him in DR. Actually, yeah, fine. I put no. Frick. I got confused for a second. I covered a couple of Earthrise artworks that were released a little while ago, and in that one, we see Trailbreaker, and I confused that with Hoist. I feel like between the two of them, they both could appear, but I feel like Trailbreaker is probably more likely than not, because we already have a visual confirmation of him, more or less. We got the twins, not the movie twins. These are the different twins. Nah, honestly, I don't think so. Nothing against them, it's just that there are better characters you could use. Prowl and Iron had pretty much confirmed Earthrise toys, and they made it through Siege alive. Now for the Rainmakers, I don't think we saw them in Siege. I mean, we saw plenty of Seekers, but not a pure yellow, a pure green, and a pure blue one. I'm not sure actually. We could, but Soundwave, yes. Snapdragon's a weird one. I mean, he's a mercenary like double dealer, so he could always appear in it. But he's also a headmaster, and I'm not sure that Rooster Teeth is gonna wanna put in the effort to add him into the series. Kind of unsure. You have to have Staracream there. Now we recently had a new Generation Select toys. This is G2 Sandstorm, which I really like, and I'm considering pre-ordering, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna put him in the unsure list. I feel like we have more of a chance to see the regular cone heads, and I'm just gonna like add them right now to the list. But I'm not sure about Sandstorm. It's kind of weird. Like the Seekers are pretty much confirmed, because if Starscream's there, you gotta have the Seekers. But the cone heads are kind of weird. They do have, you know, Earthrise toys, and they do have artwork, but it's not a straight up guarantee. But I feel like the cone heads have a higher chance of appearing there in comparison to Sandstorm. Spinister. Spinister's really weird, because it looks like he died in Siege, but some people say that he actually really didn't die, even though he had his spark chamber stabbed in the chest. For those of you guys who don't know, go to your nearest 99-cent store, buy yourself a sword, and stab yourself in the chest, and see if you survive it. No, don't do it. I'm kidding, by the way. That's a joke. The Fire Brothers does not approve of any self-harm or any, you know, practices that are so desperate to prove a point, but you get mine. They're probably gonna reuse his model, but I don't think we're gonna see him again. Chromia, we're gonna see what's happening on Cybertron. We're not leaving Cybertron entirely. We're still gonna see what the remaining Autobots are doing there. So Chromia's there. I recently got Exhaust. I initially like dismissed him as a very cheap recolor slash, you know, remodel Wigglejack. And you know what? I freaking love this guy. I love the way he looks, and I love the way he transforms. Unfortunately, I don't think he's that likely to. But the mercenaries could use, you know, drones, foot soldiers. They could also use Bug. I feel like Exhaust has a better chance of appearing here than Bugbite does. The cassettes. I just don't think so. I think we're just gonna stick with Soundwave and his cassettes. Next up, we got what's her name? The recent character, I forgot her. Next up, we got Lifelight. I think that was her name. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. She recently got revealed as part of the Generation Select's, you know, toy line, and she's a recolor of RC, so we could always see her. And in previous videos, I did state that for Earthrise, we're not gonna go straight to her. We're gonna be basically pulling a Dragon Ball GT and having a grand tour all over the universe. So we could see her like be on Paradon, and we could see other Autobots and Decepticons from other planets. I'm not sure, like, she's one of those characters that's really easy to add into the series, but at the same time, it's like kind of weird. I don't know, not likely to appear. I don't think we're gonna see Greasebed. I heard his toys also not that good, so I doubt it. My boy Barricade. He went missing again in Siege. Can you believe this guy? But as much as I like Barricade, he hasn't gotten a single Earthrise toy. I mean, I guess we could see him on Cybertron, like hunt down Leader 1 soldiers, but it's weird. I say he's likely, but not straight up confirmed. Moonracer's dead, so... Oh, my girl. They keep disrespecting you. Shockwave's pretty much confirmed. He's probably gonna stay behind on Cybertron. The Quintessons are pretty much confirmed, and the Sharkticons are always, you know, right next to the Quintessons, so we're probably gonna see them too. Megatron is also pretty much confirmed. Earthrise toy artwork. Sideswipe made it to Siege alive. Next up, we got a bunch of like the weaponizers, like the micromasters and stuff. I'm gonna say no, just because we never saw any of them in Siege, so yeah, I don't think so. Wrong over here. I guess it could appear as a cameo, like a little, you know, nod to the 1980s Transformers movie, but that's about it. I don't know. Another weaponizer gets, you know, thrown into the trash can. The patrol guys can also go in the absolutely no route. Actually, I guess we could see them if the Autobots decide to go to like a minicon planet, which it's always possible, but I doubt it. Now, Ratchet did made it through the arc, and even if he didn't, now Ratchet, we don't know if he made it through the arc, but the Generations of Lex toy line seems to imply that he in fact did made it through the arc, so he's with the Autobots at this moment. We're probably gonna see him. Now, Skythread. Now, Skythread's very interesting because he's one of those characters that basically transforms into like two separate components, and for the robot mode they just combine and form a bigger component, which is the robot mode. We never really saw him do that in the Siege series. He got shot down by the Autobots, but I don't think he's dead. But I don't think he died. And even if he did die, I don't think they're gonna bring him back. He's one of those characters that was kind of forgettable. Now, Sound Blaster was very interesting in the show. I actually would like to see more of him, but I don't think so. I mean, we could see him on Cybertron, maybe Elita 1's team is gonna wanna do some business with him, but he's not really in speaking terms with the Autobots, and I think he was just there to like facilitate the plot of how the Autobots managed to obtain the Energon to leave the Ark. So I don't think we're gonna see him. Okay, this is gonna sound very weird, but unsure. Now, he did die, but Rodimus Prime in his livestream actually made a good point. Ultra Magnus has basically two components. We got his regular mode, and then we have his White Optimus Prime mode, which is basically what people call him just because he looks like basically a White Optimus Prime. Now, something that the IDW comics have done is that Ultra Magnus is not really one character. It's like a title that's given to certain Transformers who wear the armor. It's basically like the Batman suit, you know? Most commonly we have Bruce Wayne who's Batman, but other people can wear the Batman suit and call themselves Batman. It's kind of like that, so we could always see another Autobot take up the mantle of Ultra Magnus and, like, you know, basically take the Magnus armor and use it to fight against the Decepticons. You could always see that. I'm just not completely sure if they're gonna, you know, go through with that. Next up, we got Black Rochi. I don't think so. He's just you know, a nice nod to the Japanese Transformers, so I don't think so. Same thing with Hot House. Rotorstorm's very interesting. I guess we could see him because we do have the Spinister CGI model, but at the same time, I'm kind of unsure. Anyway, so yeah. So that's my list. So now I'm gonna clean up the unsure. I guess Rotorstorm's kind of likely to appear. I don't think they'll bring Ultra Magnus back this early. Exhaust, yeah, he could appear. Sandstorm, kinda doubt it. Snapdragon, we already have like a lot of Decepticons and Autobots. I guess we could use one more mercenary, so yeah, likely to appear. The Seekers, the colorful ones from Cybertron. I think they're exclusive to Cybertron because they're wearing the G1 cartoon, so I don't think we're gonna see them. Oh my god, Glyph Jumper, you're making this so much harder on me. Fine, I guess they knew what they were doing by, you know, making us think that Glyph Jumper died. I think they're just trolling us. So maybe they'll bring him back. And, Sunstreaker, I'm sorry, Runabout can stay. And, yeah, that's my list. Kinda balanced, as all things should be. And this is basically my prediction. All the confirmed characters are gonna appear in the show. These guys are absolutely not gonna appear in the show. And the ones in the middle are kind of fair game. But the ones at the top, I'm sort of leaning towards them appearing. And the ones at the bottom are the ones that I'm sort of leaning towards they will not appear in the show. If they do, I'll be surprised, and you guys can yell at me as much as you want in the comments down below. But anyways, I'm gonna share a link to this tier list in the comments down below in case you guys wanna, do your own tier as to your predictions as to who's gonna appear on the show. Once you do that, send me like the screenshot to my Discord so I can see what you guys thought of the whole tier list thing. Like, what are your opinions? Are they the same as mine or do they differ from mine? I would love to see and hear all about it, so don't be afraid to message me. Also, I'm starting a Discord server soon, so for those who want to talk directly to me and don't wanna, solely rely on Discord DMs, that's coming, so just be patient for now. I'm really busy with college, so I'm just doing all I can. But anyways, this is the list, these are my predictions, and if they don't come true, I'm gonna get thousands of comments making fun of me, and that wouldn't be the first time. But anyways guys, before we go, shout out to our patrons Mirage Prime, Mateo, Mario Gordon, Christopher Prime, Stephanie Ballard, and the absolute madman himself, Jordan the Great, who donated $100. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated, and if you guys want to donate to my Patreon, links will be in the description down below and in the comments down below. By donating to my Patreon, you get access to some of my videos early, you can request your own videos, you receive a shout out at the end of my videos, you can participate in some of my videos if you so choose, and you get a few previews of some of my new works that are currently in development. There are plenty of rewards that you get as a result of becoming one of my patrons, and I do plan to adding a few more in the future as time goes on and the patrons grow, but keep in mind that donating is entirely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. And if you guys want to donate, you know what to do. So yeah, thanks a lot guys. Anyways guys, that's it for this video, hopefully you'll enjoy. If you guys want to make your own tier list and send it to me, you know what to do, links in the description down below in the comments down below. I'm gonna make one more Earthrise video and after that I have a bunch of other stuff planned. Some movie videos, some what if videos, there's quite a lot of stuff I want to do. The problem is that I don't have enough time to work on it all. So if I slow down on uploads or if I don't manage to get like a lot of videos this month or the coming months, then I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I'm already getting a lot of work because I'm taking like 5 art classes and I know it sounds like, that doesn't sound too bad. No, trust me guys, those guys do leave a lot of homework. But yeah. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe guys.